This man has the audacity to think that I want to go home with him. Every time I am breathing around a straight man, everyone is like, magnetic. The math is mathing. Heart emoji, heart emoji, heart emoji, love eyes. But can I stomach going out with another Patagonia vest bro that is 35 living in his mom's basement and have him tell me that I'm broke and don't have a job? Again, I don't know if I can. I have never wanted to die more in a moment than I wanted to die right then. Clear the damn browser. I have learned so many things about myself while I have lived alone. Number one, this house right here, this is where plants come to die. Number two, I built this kitchen purely based on aesthetics as someone who considers a frozen Uncrustable to be luxury cuisine. Between all of my diligent tasks, you know, being a single housewife, mothering 2 cats, realizing that my garage door is broken and I can never leave this house again. Probably. All of the factors of life hit us at once sometimes, and you know, when I look into my fridge and I realize that it's a deep, dark, cold abyss, a void filled with nothing, that's when I'm like, oh god, here we go again. Green Chef is here to help us cheat our way into adulthood so I can use my time to keep pretending that I have my life together for all of you. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating healthy. They make cooking approachable for even the most questionable chefs. Farmers market quality, organic produce, globally inspired flavor, and pre-prepped ingredients that eliminate the stress of grocery shopping. It was offensive to me too, the first time that someone told me that cereal, buttered noodles, it's not cooking. I was offended by it too. Ooh, very special guest, chef. She's gonna review my cooking skills.
Okay.
Here to get served.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Glazed salmon, broccoli, and rice plates.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, me too.
Have you ever had such an advanced meal made by me?
No.
Cheers.
This is really good.
If you want to feed yourself or your gorgeous, stunning mother a luxury meal that's pre-made and easy to make, you can head to greenchef.com, or you can use the link that I'll have written down below. Use code 50morgansvlogs for 50% off your first box. Plus, guess what else?
Tell us, Morgan.
Are you gonna tell us that it's free shipping?
You will get free shipping.
And 20% off your first 2 months with Green Chef. And thank you so much to Green Chef for our gorgeous, lovely dinner and for sponsoring this living alone vlog, which is now with a roomie.
I'm going to do this, but see if I can get 3 to 4 servings.
You can. Hot tip, you can get meals with 2 servings, which is what I did because it's just me here, or you can get the family size, which is enough to feed mom, dad, grandma, and me. But I didn't know we'd have company, so now we can eat.
All right. Oh, it's so good too.
Scrum diddlyumptious.
Yes.
Oh! Funny how we always find our way back here. Good morning, everyone. Thoughts that I will never let escape my head. If you truly saw how long it took for me to get fully situated before I can start speaking like a normal human being that knows a lick of English. Oh, hot fact of the day, it's only Tuesday. I'm so lost in the sauce right now. All of the days of the week just blend together in one little melting pot, and I'm the little cheese that gets dipped in the fondue, and I'm lost in the sauce, you guys. Hey, how y'all doing? This bad boy is about 6 hours old, teetering on the edge of being a biohazard, but we're gonna keep going. I don't know what it is about me this year. I don't know if it's just because it's been so hot everywhere I go. At this point, it's September. I have fully rejected summer. I'm over it. Fall has hit me in the side of the head like a baseball bat. Welcome, welcome, welcome to fall. It's been a while since I've just been able to sit down and do like a calm, casual, long, chatty home vlog. I've really been having the itch. I don't know when I decided that I was gonna become such a busy, productive gal, but I have been all over the place in the past few months, and I got to this week. I landed at the airport. I went to Philadelphia last week, which we'll get to. We're gonna get to a whole thing. I promise you'll get to know why I went to Philadelphia as soon as it's time for you to know why I went to Philadelphia. But I looked at my calendar this week because yeah, I'm a calendar girl now. Never in my life have I had so many things planned that I physically had to be a calendar girl. Newsflash, 28 big years old, I finally learned how to use a calendar, and I was looking at my calendar and I saw that I have 7 days to be at home by myself, and the amount of peace, the amount of birds chirping in my head, the amount of angelic harp music, leaves falling around me, the amount of serendipity that I felt when I was like, wow, I get to have 7 days at home. I've been trying to schedule 1 day a week where I do 0 editing. Like I just let my eyes roll back into the right side of my head. I give my eyes a break, I give my brain a break, and I get to do, you know, whatever it is I want to do that day. And today is I get to do whatever the hell I want to do today. So I did something that I'm always afraid to do, and I asked everyone for hot burning questions. I said casually, does anyone have any burning Q&A questions? Mwahahaha. Double face. Libby responded immediately and said, I do, but they're all about Spencer. And there's a trend, all right? I asked for hot burning questions and there is a trend, and they all have the same keyword. Everybody wants to know about our dear AI bot roommate friend, Spencer. You guys. I just want to preface this because, you know, sometimes I really do come in guns a-blazing, like, you said this and you're wrong. I'm not annoyed by your comments. I'm not offended by your comments. I'm not in the least bit like, oh, okay. Ah! Why is it that after you go on a plane, all of your products are just exploding? You open them, they explode. You think that the volcanic eruptions are over? Nope, just take your makeup products on a plane if you want to see an eruption happen live in your bathroom. That was on the verge of being a lot. Oh my God. Everyone wants to know, Morgan, are you and Spencer dating? And to that I say, do y'all not remember just like, I don't know, 22 minutes ago when I just got out of a thing with somebody else? Do we not remember that? And I'm gonna tell you one thing about me. I am a slow burn gal. It really takes me a long time to warm up to people, and then it really takes me a long time to move on from said people. I really think it's just a person-to-person thing, and there's no right or wrong way to do it, but I am a girl. My brain can only have the capacity for one man like every 3 years. That's all I got. That's really the best that I can do, and I take my hats off. I am putting a feather in your hat if you were the type of person that can just be like mobile and on the go and moving from person to person and thing to thing and having a roster and having all these things. From me to you, if this is just like we're catching up as if we're on FaceTime and I'm telling you all the hot tea about my life, my roster is 0. When men come up to me in public places and say, hey, are you dating anyone? Can I get your number? I'm afraid for my life, and I'm like, oh my God, when does this end? Get me out of here. 911, call my mom to pick me up. I am so scared right now. Please, men, do not come near me. I am finally in a state of peace. I'm finally in a good workflow. I'm finally in a good mental place where I can basically sleep through the night. I'm gonna be so for real and so honest with you. I'm just really not a girl that can move on fast. And I think that you can like see someone and be like, oh my God, they're doing so much and they're doing all these fun and exciting things and they're accomplishing XYZ off their bucket list of life things that they wanted to do, which is so true. Like I'm having the time of my life and I feel like I'm really excited and happy with all the things that I'm like out and doing. But also, dare I say that being like overly out and doing things and being overly productive and keeping my schedule so stacked and busy so I never have to have a second where I'm sitting alone with my own thoughts, that might just be my coping mechanism, you know? Like what I'm trying to say, I appreciate that you all think that I am like in a place where I could move on to the next, and you know, I love to joke about my rich husband and like, oh my God, where is my rich husband and when am I gonna be a billionaire yacht wife? And I hope you all know that I'm just like hee hee ha ha, it's a joke. I don't think I'll be ready for a very, very, very long time. Oh God, I don't know how this got dark so fast. I sit down, I think this is gonna be a lighthearted hee hee ha ha thing. Now all my makeup is dried on my face because I forgot to blend. And here we are. Hot fact. No, I am not dating Spencer. As much as I would love to have a little hot secret and a hot gossip for you, the best that I can give you, my roster, currently 0. The amount of men that I text in a day, 0, minus the gays. The intentions and desire that I have for dating in the next 6 months, 0. And I'm okay with that. I am really okay with that. I was trying to do a little puzzle and I was trying to connect the dots of what years did I really effing kill it, where my finance guy called me and was like, wow, good job, Morgan. You know, what was I doing those years versus the years that I had a big whoop. And my finance guy calls at the end of the year and says, wow, you know, you really had a flop year. What do those years have in common? And I can tell you what I've learned through my financial deep dive over the past 10 years. Every single year that I've been dating a man has been a financial flop year for me. Why? Because I get so infatuated with someone. I get so head over heels in love with someone that it's all I can think about. It's all I can dream about. All of my hopes and dreams leave the chat and I become oh my God, my hope and dream is to be dating this person. And that's on me, right? That's not their fault. So with that being said, as a girl that's trying to get back on track and as a girl that's still in a lot of debt from this house that I really do love and appreciate so much, I'm just trying to figure out life on my own. The best way that I can describe it, you know those Pinterest quotes that we all scoff and we roll our eyes at? The one that I'm thinking of in specific is, don't mix business and pleasure. Why is that such an infamous quote? It's never a good idea, and people will tell you that it's not a good idea and then you'll just want to fuck around and find out. Trust me, I fucked around and I found out it can be a little wee bit problematic. After the past 5 years that we have had, to see my brother and Shane get along so well with someone and trust someone so much and just be in a good working relationship with someone, I am not going to be the person that blows that up. I am not going to be the person that fucks around and finds out. I've been that person and I'm no longer gonna be that person. So with that being said, we all love and cherish Spencer so much. Feels like my sibling. I feel like we have a womb mate relationship. I just want to know what is it about me? And I think it's good intended, right? I think it's like, oh God, we see this girl and she's lonely and we need to find her a man's, you know. I think it really comes from a good place. Every time I am breathing around a straight man, everyone is like magnetic. The math is mathing. Heart emoji, love eyes. Did we not learn the last time that maybe I should find someone that's not a part of my internet journey? Anyway, that was all a very long-winded way to say that I'm not dating anyone and I have no intentions of dating anyone, and every time a man comes within a 5-foot vicinity of me, I'm like, oh God, please let this end soon. Please get me out of here. I'm scared. Next burning question. I'm sensing a theme here of all the things that you guys want to know. Have you ever been on a dating app, or would you ever try one? Well, listen here. Dating apps of the world. I don't know what I did. I'm a good-hearted woman that is just out here exploring the world. Okay, what I did to get banned from Raya before they even accepted me, before they even gave me a chance, I don't know. I've never been on Raya because a lot of people are like, Morgan, you should go on Raya. And to that I say, well, Becky, I would love to, except for they banned me for no good reason, number one. Number two, I don't really know what the crowd here in rural Colorado would be on Raya. There'd probably be like one person and he'd probably not match with me. I've had one hoorah. I've had one rendezvous, if you will, with a dating app. When I lived in that apartment downtown Denver, I was on Hinge, I was on Bumble. No, I was a single gal with curiosity back in 2022. What is the Denver dating pool like? I don't know if you've ever heard this. I don't know if you've ever seen this research, but Denver my glorious city was in fact rated the worst place to find love in America. And you will go on one Denver dating app date and you will understand why. And I don't know what it is about Denver that there are so many beautiful, smart, gorgeous, just full package girls walking around all day long. There's hundreds of them. They come in the busload. And this is gonna seem like a reach. This is gonna seem like a stretch. I don't know if you've ever been to Denver. I don't know if you ever wanna go to Denver. But I would say for every 1,000 beautiful women, there is maybe one man that would be worth even going on a first date with. I don't know what it is. The bum-ass men that this city attracts, I don't know, but I was curious. I was living in an apartment for the first time by myself, like a building, you know, a proper apartment building. So I was like, ooh, this is fun. This is saucy. This is exciting. I match with a guy on Hinge and we're talking for a few days. Keep in mind, I'm really bad at like the text flirting. I don't know. No one ever taught me how. I'm gonna be so honest with you. No one ever gave me a crash course on Morgan. This is how you flirt with men on the internet, all right? And I already have a deep-rooted fear of what happens when these men do what a girl would do, which I don't think they probably do. They probably don't look that much into it. They probably go into your date thinking,
oh my God, am I gonna get laid or am I not?
I have a deep fear of like, okay, hypothetically, I'm talking to a man from a dating app. Hypothetically, they ask me what my job is. I either lie, right? I say that I'm a video editor, which is true. I would say that's like the premise of what I do in a day. But I have something against meeting someone online that I've never met in person and being like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, because what's the first thing that someone's gonna do when they realize, oh, I can see a diary of this girl's inner workings, of her deep dark thoughts, of her messy ass bedroom? I don't want that. I've looked myself up on Google before and I never want to go back there again. So I like to meet people authentically. I like to meet them in the wild. But I went on one Bumble date or Hinge or whatever the fuck it was, I don't know. Went on one dating app date with this guy who told me he was an entrepreneur, he's a finance bro, has the Patagonia vest, has the Patagonia hat, has the Chacos in his car just in case they stumble across a mountain and want to do a 14er, right? Nightmare. Nightmare. It's the finance bro in the Patagonia vest. That is like the most horrifying thing that I think I could see this Halloween, all right? But I'm thinking, you know what? I'm young and I'm never gonna be this young again, and I'm never gonna be living in this apartment again. I'm gonna spread my little wings and I'm gonna fly. And I go on a date with this guy who tells me he's this big finance entrepreneur and he makes all of the money in Colorado and he knows this person and yada yada yada. Keep in mind, all right, this man is fully in his mid-30s, like approaching 35. Living in his mom's basement. Nothing wrong with that. However, it raises some questions when you're telling me you're the most successful finance bro that has ever finance broed in the middle of America, and you're living in your mom's basement at 35. Questionable, but all right. I don't judge anyone's living situation. People do things for many different reasons. I go on a date with this guy. Not only does he have me split the date with him, right? Which, whatever. We all have our thoughts and opinions on how men should approach a first date. We split the first date. Fine. We're walking. We walk past a boutique in this little mall, and I say, oh my God, I love that store. I have a friend that works there and I love going in there. And he's like, yeah, it's unfortunate that you could never afford anything in there. Unprovoked, shots fired at me, unprovoked, from the most successful finance bro that's ever finance broed in Colorado that lives in his mom's basement. All right, what did I do to deserve this? Then we're walking, I'm saying, I really want to go home for the night. He's asking me to go to his place. I'm like, wait, you mean your mom's? And he's like, yeah, we can go through the window downstairs. This man has the audacity to think that I want to go home with him. And I say, you know what? I'm really a girl that I like to go home after the first date. I have a cat at home. I have a child to take care of. She would be terrified. She would be shaking in her little white boots if I didn't come home. I have to go home. He's like, really? Come on. we could go back to my mom's house. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I do not want to go back to the most successful finance pro that has ever finance broed in Colorado. And his offer was, we can crawl through the window so my mom doesn't know we're there. And I was like, aren't you 35? One, you just said that I'm broke. All right, fine. I don't care what you think of me. Two, your best offer is that I can crawl through your mom's basement window. Then we're still walking and I'm still standing on business that I have to go home. I'm a mother, I have a cat. And you know what his next question is? You know what this man's first date booming question is? He says, so at what age are you planning on getting a real job so you could support a family? Ladies and gentlemen, I have to report to you that after this man about gave me a stroke with his questions, with his burning questions, the best questions that he could think of for a first date, that was my first and last Hinge date. And I think I'm too scared to ever go back. Like, seriously, I send my hopes and prayers that someone comes stumbling across me in the wild again, because I don't know if I can do it. It's a brave thing. It's a really brave thing. And I know people get lucky and they hit their 1 in a million jackpot and they find their true love and it's genuine and it's real. Like, I know that it happens. I've seen it happen. But can I stomach going out with another Patagonia vest bro that is 35 living in his mom's basement and have him tell me that I'm broke and don't have a job? Again, I don't know if I can. Scary place. Scary place. That's all I gotta say. All right, when you whip out this little angle brush, you know shit's about to get serious. Fine. Twist my arms. We're just gonna stay on the theme that you apparently all wanna be on. Do you have a most embarrassing sex story? Oh boy, do I. And I know that my parents are gonna be horrified and I'm begging. I am on my hands and knees pleading, leave the chat now. Some things that I say on the internet are NSFF, not safe for family. And this is one of those moments that I'm begging, skip forward. All right? All right. 47 years ago, I was a young spry chicken who had never had any sort of intimate experience with a man other than a peck. So I get one of my first summer jobs being back from college. And what is destined to happen when you put a bunch of kids that are all home for just the summer and everything is low risk and nothing is permanent? What is bound to happen? You're bound to find a little summer romance, a little work hoorah. And I want you to keep in mind, I was really a late bloomer. I didn't start having experiences with men till almost damn near like my early 20s. So I'm really excited. I have a big crush, big crush on this guy that I work with. If you know the Reservoir story, if you know the tale as old as time of how I lost my American Eagle jeggings in the deep, dark reservoir, it's the same man that we have on our hands here. One of the first times that I hung out with this mysterious man that I worked with, he invited me to this little party thing, and me and Trinity we were house sitting my parents' house because they were out of town doing God knows what. Don't remember. But Trinity and I were in charge of watching the house recipe for disaster. So I text this guy back and I say, hey, I can't go out to this thing, but you and your friends are more than welcome to come over to my house if you want, and we could just have a fun little chill night here. We can drink here, we can hoorah here, Trinity's here, everyone wants to have a good time with Trinity. Like, come on, what could be a better offer? And I'm thinking in the back of my head, I know where this is headed. I know what comes after the peck. And I'm really into this guy and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is gonna be the summer that it happens for me, if you're catching my drift. Keep in mind, I don't have any experience with the danglers. I don't have any experience with the growers or showers. I don't even know what that means. I have no experience with the downtown parts of a man. So what is a girl that likes to come into everything a little bit educated with a little bit of peace of mind of, okay, I semi have an idea of what I'm doing here, okay? And if you're not catching my drift, I have no idea how to, in the words of Alex Cooper, gluck gluck 3000. I have no idea. I'm in the dark here. I'm an innocent gal. I'm a late bloomer. I've never done anything such as this, and I'm thinking tonight, my parents are out of town. Trinity's in the room next door. I'm safe. I could get some hot tips. So I get on my phone and I start looking up tips. And by tips, I mean I start looking up tutorials. Not anything like frisky and fun, right? I'm looking up dead ass tutorials, step by step, how-tos, like a wiki how situation. And I'm so young and naive and innocent at this point in my journey that I don't realize, wow, when you look up something such as this, you should probably, most definitely, clear your browser history. So it gets to the night. I'm so excited. I steal a bottle of my parents' alcohol. Trinity and I are high on life. Like, oh my God, we are sneaking boys into my parents' house while they're out of town. This is crazy. This is next level. The craziest thing that's ever happened to us. This is epic. This is our big night. And he gets there and the mood is great and the vibes are great and we're all having a hee hee ha ha good time. And me and this man go down to my parents' basement while Trinity is kikiing with his friends. And he is like, oh my God.
Do you want to see the funniest video that I've ever seen?
And I'm like, oh my God, say less, mysterious man. Of course I want to see. Classic fuckboy move. Oh,
My phone is dead.
sure it is, Chad. Sure it is. Whatever. We go to my basement. I'm a little tipsy. I've had a few beverages at this point, and I don't really know how to drink yet. I'm a brisk college girl. Chad's phone is dead. Of course it is. Of course it is. So I say, no worries. You can use mine. And his grimy little man hands come over and they paw my phone and he has full access to my phone. Why? Because I'm a little tipsy and I don't have anything to hide, right? He has my phone in his crusty little dirt under the fingernail hands and he opens up Safari. What's on Safari? While he has my phone and his face, brightness level 100. Oh. It's, it is the tutorial, the step-by-step how to your first time glucking a man. The wiki how tutorial, like, I have never wanted to die more in a moment that I wanted to die right then. That is something that will haunt me for the rest of my days because I am sure to this day that man remembers me as the girl that had the tutorial on her Safari on her phone, prepping for him to come over. Kill me. So ladies, let this be your sign. Don't look up tutorials online. Just let nature take over. Just let your body figure it out, number one. Number two, if you do be going down any sort of internet rabbit hole, clear the damn browser, clear the Instagram search feed, clear everything that you've ever searched in your life, clear the Facebook search history. You don't want him to see that you've looked up his Aunt Carol and what she was doing back in 1942. Clear the damn thing. Or better yet, just don't let a man's grimy ass hand be reaching over for your phone. Next time, I'm gonna pull the same move. My phone's dead, and he's like, I can see you using it. I'm like, nope, it's dead, buddy. Pack it up, get out of my house, it's dead. Ridiculous. The irony is, this is my favorite mascara still to this day. I got away from her for a little while, and I'm so happy that I have brought her back. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I don't know what the color shade is, but it's the brown one. This is the only type of action that I'm getting in my life, you guys. Now that I'm almost done getting ready, I'm gonna tell you the new development that has just happened while I was off camera. Apparently, so my mom and dad and grandma, they're fully living at Ryan and Shane's farmhouse, right? Austin and Stacy have moved into my mom and dad's house. Like, everyone has successfully completed the swap. And my mom texted me this morning and she said, oh my God, we have no water. They had someone come out, apparently. The well dried up. That thing doesn't have a lick a lick of water. And I was like, oh my God, wouldn't it be so fun if you all temporarily lived here with me? I'm like begging on my knees. I'm like, please, please. And they're like, we don't want to be a bother. And I'm like, no, please, I'm begging you. Me loves being my mom's roommate so much. I drained the damn well myself. And I'm like, oh my God, wouldn't it be so funny if you all just lived here? Will we have surprise guest roommates that haven't had a water in the past few days? Maybe. Time will tell. Time will tell. All right. I think that's good enough for a casual Tuesday. Okay, bye.